Hello, my name is Richie. I'm making this video about Batman vs. Superman because when I first saw it, I really loved the movie, and now that I've had time to think about it, not so much. So, check it out. Batman vs. Superman finally came out, and critics hated it. Fan response at first was very positive, but we can see now that it's waning pretty bad. Critics on Rotten Tomatoes gave it a pretty low score, but fan response was like 80% at first. And that was great because it showed that the movie was awesome. But I was one of those people who saw it on the first night, and I really liked it. I really liked what they did with it. I loved so much about it. But now that I have had time to think about it, I don't feel quite as strongly as I once did. Which is especially a shame because I really enjoyed Man of Steel. Let's talk about what the movie did right and what the movie did wrong. And I want to start off with the hype. The hype for this movie was insane! We heard that Batman vs. Superman was going to come out and we lost our fucking minds! It was amazing. It was going to be amazing. It was destined to be amazing. It was only okay. The hype portrayed this movie as being something so monumental, so groundbreakingly prolific. And then when it finally came out, it just kind of failed to deliver. Honestly, the fight scene that you do see between Batman and Superman is very derivative of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. It's so okay. Like, I liked the fight scene. It was epic. It was great. It showcased everything that Batman could do to overcome a god. But it just felt lackluster, like something was missing, like Bruce didn't have the proper motivators as to why he needed to kill this man from outer space. Superman, on the other hand, in that fight was pretty okay. I mean, think about it. He finds out that his mother has been kidnapped by a person that he's literally just come to hate with a passion. And then he's told that he has to kill a man to be able to save his mom. So he's like, oh, shit, yeah, I gotta go save him. But then he stupidly stops to talk to Lois first and say, I have to go to Gotham. I have to either convince him to help me or I have to kill him. Those are my two options. It's like, no. Sure, he gets Lois Lane into the know of like, what the fuck's going on? But why would he go and waste time telling Lois when he needs to get the fuck on that shit? So, he flies off to Gotham, and it's a great fight, and it's alright. I liked it. I liked his motivators in the fight. You know, and he even did something that was, like, great for him. You know, he fought Batman until the final end of it. Like, literally going over the time that would have been necessary for him to save his mother. And that's a very Superman thing to do, not being able to sacrifice his morals even in the face of a personal tragedy. But then the rest of the hype about the movie was that, oh my god, Wonder Woman's gonna be in the movie, Aquaman, Cyborg, fucking The Flash. The Flash is gonna be in this movie. And you know what? I've become a pretty big fan of The Flash since the CW made Grant Gustin Barry Allen. I fucking love that show. But you know, I heard about all these amazing characters that were going to be in the movie, and I thought, what the fuck is going on? This movie is going to be amazing. This movie is going to destroy my expectation. It's going to be fucking awesome. It wasn't. Their scenes in the movie fit very well in the universe, but I wanted something more. So the hype just skyrocketed my expectations and fucking destroyed them. Something I think the movie did right in the actual, like, movie itself is how Bruce Wayne was when the movie started. In the first scene where it's like, 2 years ago, Metropolis, you see a helicopter coming down, Bruce Wayne gets off of it, he gets in his car and he drives all the way to the building to try and save the people that he knows and cares about, but he can't fucking do it. You see Bruce Wayne so heroic in getting there. And then even when the fucking building falls and he's like, no, and he starts running off to it, and the dust engulfs him. It just felt so right for his character. Like, all of a sudden, this one scene is the best way that Batman has ever been portrayed. And then he saves a guy from, like, he pulls parts of the building off of the dude, and the dude's legs are all crushed, and then he sees another part of the building's about to fall and crush this little girl, and he goes up to her, and he saves her, and he's like, where's your mom? Are you okay? Where's your mom? And she points to the building, and she's obviously an orphan now. and then they stare up at the sky as they hear thunderclaps of Superman and Zod's punches connecting upon each other. It got the point across that they are mortals watching gods fight. And the movie could have ended right there, and it would have been the best movie ever for at least the DC universe. But then it continued, and it got all Zack Snyder-y about it. Zack Snyder is taking all of this in a very shitty direction, I think. I liked Man of Steel. A lot of other people liked Man of Steel, so much so that we trusted his vision. We were like, oh my god, if this is his vision of the DC universe, it's gonna be great. And then he's like, oh yeah, Batman vs. Superman, the first time these two characters are going to be live action in a movie together ever, I'm gonna fuck that movie up by just turning it into such a downer that no one's gonna like it. No one's gonna like it. And that's the Zack Snyder approval. This movie is very obviously a prequel to Justice League. It's not a Man of Steel sequel. It's not a Batman prequel. It's a stepping stone for Justice League. That's obvious. Especially in the last scene when he's like, can you help me find the other people like you? She's like, well, some of them don't want to be found. And he's like, well, they're gonna have to. They might fight, but they're going to have to help us because shit's coming. How did he even see the vision of the future? Like, he was just dreaming, and then he wakes up in the middle of the dream, and then fucking Barry Allen comes out of this portal. He's like, yo dog, I'm using the Speed Force to tell you Lois Lane is the key. Is it too early? Fuck, it's too early. Lois Lane is the key. Remember that shit. And then he wakes up again like, what the fuck even happened there? Like did the strain of time just fuck up so badly that it jumped back a second so Bruce Wayne could readjust, and then all of a sudden he saw what the future was going to be in his own death? Is that what happened? Is that the point that you were trying to get across? Because you didn't fucking do that very well, Snyder. And sure, I'm getting like so goddamn upset in this movie, or about this movie right now, and that's because I wanted it to be the greatest thing I had ever seen. I'm so hopeful for DC's cinematic universe. I love DC more than I love Marvel. Like, and that's not saying me like, oh, I think Marvel sucks or whatever. No, The Winter Soldier is my favorite fucking movie. I want DC to be an actual competitor of Marvel. And if this is the second movie in, and it's only going to get darker from here, and not good at all from here, then it's like, Snyder, you need to quit. You need to stop doing what the fuck you're doing, and, like, I don't know, taking cues from Marvel. This movie should have come out later when these characters were more established, when a personal tragedy of, like, is Superman even necessary comes along. Batman shouldn't have been a fucking murdering psychopath. You want to tell me he's not a murdering psychopath? They're like, oh, he only kills when he has to. It's like, no. In the really great fight scene that was made, where it's just him taking on like 30 dudes or something in a room, like, one dude throws the grenade at him, he smacks it back at the guy, and then the guy falls into the container. Like, okay, yeah, whatever. That falls in line with what you were saying about how, hey, it's not my problem, type Batman. But then fucking, like, the dude stabs him, and then he pulls the knife out, stabs the guy, pushes him into the wall, and it's like, he literally just killed that guy because he got pissed off. You want to say that he's not using that scene? Let's go literally, like, 2 minutes further, where he breaks through a wall, grabs a guy, probably chokes him to death. I don't know. He doesn't survive anyway. And then the dude's like, I'll kill her, I'll fucking kill her. And he's like, oh yeah, I know you will. Boom, your fucking flamethrower tank is blowing up just because I wanted you to blow up, and I'm taking a goddamn unnecessary risk. I literally could have killed Superman's mom in this scene just because I wanted to murder you, just because I felt like it, just because I'm a goddamn murdering psychopath. That is the Bruce Wayne Batman that we got. That's what you fucking did to him. That's why I'm so pissed off at this movie, because Batman could have been, like, the fucking redeeming factor in it, and you ruined it. And I'm so pissed off and angry about it, just even thinking about it. It's just like, why? And then Doomsday comes along, and he's a giant gray Ninja Turtle from Michael Bay. And that's my problem with it, is that, like, why was Doomsday even fucking introduced in the first place? Doomsday was introduced in this movie because Lex Luthor hates Superman for no explicable reason. So he's introduced because Lex Luthor needs to be able to create something that will kill Superman if Batman doesn't. And I don't even know why he wants to kill Batman. There's no, like, explanation or anything for it. It's just like all of a sudden he's just like, hey, go kill Batman. Just because I tell you to. And he's so, like, yeah, Batman will totally kill him, right? Yeah, he can totally do that. Because Batman might fail, he's like, alright, well, I'm gonna create this abomination, and if Batman doesn't kill him, I'm gonna use this horrible, awful creature to kill Superman. What was your end goal? You just made the creature anyway. Was your end goal, after Batman kills Superman, to just let the creature run free on the planet? What were you going to do with this thing you couldn't possibly fucking control? There's no, like, even, like, oh shit, it's not listening to me moment or anything like that. It's literally just like, oh, I am alive. I am free. I see things. I have to kill indiscriminately. I'm going to try and punch this thing that created me. What if Superman wasn't there? He would have just fucking died. It makes no sense for Lex Luthor to be so haphazardly fucking risky. There's so many goddamn things wrong with this movie, and it makes me so fucking upset. And I hate that Snyder is doing this to DC. Literally the most iconic movie that has come out ever, that was supposed to come out ever, of the most iconic characters ever. And this is what you've done with it. I'm not impressed. A lot of people aren't impressed. When fans first reacted to it on Rotten Tomatoes, they were like 80%. It's like 60-ish right now, because fans are seeing this movie and they're just like, oh, okay, whatever. In fact, people wanted to go see this movie and then went and saw it once, and it's dropped like 70% in the box office from like the first week and a half. So everybody went to go see this movie and saw it one time, and then they were just like, okay. I'm sorry, I saw Avengers 7 times in theaters because it blew my fucking mind. I saw Winter Soldiers like 4 times in theaters. I saw Jurassic World like 3 times in theaters. People want to go see movies in theaters more than once. But whenever you make a movie that just can't keep that strong reaction, that strong like, man, that was good, I'm gonna have to see it at least one more time. Like, while it's in theaters, you're doing something wrong. I don't even know, like how to end this video, because I'm just so fucking filled with rage about, like, what the fuck's been going on. So, I guess that's it. I'm done talking about it. I'm probably gonna try and make reviews a regular thing. Maybe I won't always be as angry and pissed off in this video, but maybe I'll just turn into, like, an angry reviewer or whatever, if that's what the people want. Subscribe for more content, I guess. Thanks for watching the video. If you share any of my views, if you have any thoughts or ideas on it, or if you have differing opinions, or if you just want to tell me I'm a fucking retard, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Anyways, you guys have a lovely day, and as we say on TGT, don't be dopey doozies. Later.